What's up, everybody? I'm going to be talking about how to boost your computer performance in this video. My last video, I did a video about how to boost your performance in Tarkov, help your FPS a little bit. But um, without any more talking, let's get into this. First thing you guys are going to want to do is head over to your control panel, head over to System, head over to Advanced System Settings, click on Settings here, and click for adjust for best performance. Um, I mean, this is the most logical thing you guys would choose, especially if you have low-end hardware. If you have higher-end hardware, you can do whatever you want with this. This doesn't affect it like horribly a lot. You guys have seen this in many videos, but I just gotta, be sure about everything. The next thing we're gonna go and do is go to your programs and features. Just run through these and check if you guys have any apps or softwares that you guys have never installed before, don't use, anything like that. Help free up some space in your SSD or hard drive, help it run a little better. Um, the next thing I'm going to talk about is if you guys are on Windows version. So I'm going to assume you guys are all on Windows. So type in WinVer here at the bottom, and you guys can see your Windows version right here. I'm on 21H1. Previously, I was on 21H2, and I had problems with my GPU and my RAM. My RAM was just taking up, it was just so much RAM being used, and my GPU was always at high percent usage. No clue why. Um, but ever since I went back to 21H1, all of those problems went away. So, I mean, it could be just me, my hardware, whatever it may be, but if you guys are on 21H2 experiencing problems and they're not going away, whatever you do, just go back to 21H1 and I'm sure it'll help you guys out a lot. Next thing is background apps. So let's go to settings and type in background apps. Um, I have everything off in here. I didn't like turn everything off. I have my control panel for NVIDIA of Python and my trading view. Um, all able to run in the background. Um, Turn the rest of these off unless you guys use them like Cortana or anything like that. Just sort through those. Um, the next thing though is gonna be type in game mode in the top left. I'm sure you guys have seen this millions of times about game mode, but my opinion is turning this off because we're gonna be doing some things later on in the video um, that this will affect, which is hard to explain because it's technical, but just follow through. So just turn this off. Same with your hardware accelerated for GPU scheduling. Um, and then just restart your computer and come back to this video. Um, the next thing we're gonna be doing is power and sleep. So again, up here, I type power and sleep. Now I'm on like cabled power. It's coming through my to the desktop. I'm not on a laptop or anything like that. So I have this on best performance. Um, I mean, this just helps out, But if you're on a laptop, I would recommend leaving this somewhere here in the middle. Um, Now for your power plan. If you guys have a Ryzen CPU, um, I'm gonna leave a link in the description to this file for these power plans. I'm sure you guys have heard of Windows Moose. There's two power plans in this file. There's a universal and there's just a regular one. Um, Mess around with these. Um, Now these power plans are for if you have Ryzen 3000 series and up. I have a 3600 XT. So I'm using this power plan right here for now. I haven't really done too much testing, but I don't really think I'll need to. So I'm just going to leave this right there. If you guys are on Intel, I'd recommend using the Ultimate High Performance or just a High Performance. If the Ultimate High Performance is still around even. I mean, it's been a while since I've used an Intel CPU, but moving on, next thing we're going to talk about is RAM cache. This software right here, ISLC. It basically clears your cached RAM when it exceeds a certain point. So if you have 32 gigabytes, 32 gigs of RAM like me, you're gonna set this to a heap size. So it's gonna be 16384, that's 16 gigabytes. If you have 16 gigabytes, this would be 8 gigabytes. If you have 8 gigabytes, this would be 4, and so on. Um, but this polling rate down here at the bottom is gonna be what is gonna affect how this software runs. So I believe that this is based on your CPU, and I have mine at 500. If this is based on your CPU, I'm, I'm, I could be right, I could be wrong. If somebody knows 100%, just leave it down in the comments. But basically, if you have newer hardware, better hardware, the more up this chart you're gonna go. If you have older hardware, slower hardware, the more down you're gonna be going. So if you have, for me, I have like a 1080 and a 3600 XT. I'm using 500. I haven't done much messing around with 250 and 1000, but these three are generally the range you're gonna want to be in. Now for 16 gigabytes, I have my heap size at 16384. I explained that, but this free memory is lower than. This is always going to remain at 1 gigabyte, 1024 megabytes, and then just double click both of these, um, purge your standby list, and then start her on up, and then you can just minimize out of it. Uh, the next thing we're going to talk about is your startup apps. Um, so I have a few things in here that I could disable that I don't need, like these. But just go through these and check and see if you have anything that you don't need enabled that could affect how your computer starts up. That helps quite a bit when you're restarting your computer. And then the last thing we're going to talk about is the software right here. And I'll leave a link in the description below for it. I found it on a GitHub pretty while back, and it helps a lot with kind of setting up your computer with things that you wouldn't necessarily be able to do as a normal person. Um, like disabling services, there's not really like a complete guide on that. So, like a software like this can help. But I'm not going to go through every single option in this. They're pretty self-explanatory if you ask me. This optimized performance one, I'm not leaving it on because again, we're kind of optimizing our computer manually. So if you guys want to come through and just check all of these that I have on, you guys can copy my settings. I'm just gonna go through this a little bit. You can pause the video there and copy those. Um, these are my settings on this. Yada yada yada. UWP apps. I selected a few out of this that I saw that I didn't need, like the Xbox Live services. Not the services, but I guess the app. There's probably a few other things in here that I could delete, but come over to startup, and we did this in a task manager. Here's just some extra applications that you guys can download. Actually, some of these are pretty good, so you guys should check into some of these if you guys need them. This is your cleaner. I ran this one right here, clicking all these for your Windows and then just running clean. And it just cleans up these files that it tells you. I'm not sure what this does or what it is. I haven't really messed with it. I don't think I'll need to. Same with that, I haven't messed with it. Your registry, if you have any registry issues, you can just run some of these and restart and see if it helps. This just kind of runs through and tells you your hardware. Um, yada yada. That's kind of that. I'm gonna try to upload more consistently, but yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you guys get something out of it, and peace.